are celebrating another massive album from our friend Lainey Wilson. It's an iHeartCountry album release party, and I gotta tell you, Whirlwind has been nothing but a soundtrack since it came out. My name is Wayne D, the lovely Lainey Wilson. Y'all having fun tonight?
Oh, come on now, thank you.
The hashtag, if you are watching along or listening along, is iHeartLainey Wilson. And I gotta ask, Whirlwind.
Yeah.
How many of y'all follow her on social media?
I'm crazy on social media. I'm sorry in advance.
Listen, you've started dancing lately.
I know.
So we all appreciate the Lainey Wilson dance moves.
That's right.
But
gotta show them haters what they, what they want.
But Whirlwind seems to be the perfect title for where you're at, because it went from iHeartCountry on the verge, started popping up here and there. Now an award show shows up. If you ain't getting the biggest award, I mean, they might as well close up for the night.
You wish.
But it feels very, very on purpose.
Yes,
Whirlwind.
it's been wild, and I'll tell you, we were trying to find a title for this record, and I kept hearing the word Whirlwind, seeing it everywhere, having random conversations with strangers and my family and fans, and it just seemed like the word Whirlwind was like making its way into every conversation. So that's what my life has been the last couple years since we put out Bell Bottom Country, just trying to keep one foot on the ground. And I truly think that writing the music for this record and recording this music with my band, it just kept me grounded. It kept me centered and focused, and I had to live it to write it, you know?
You've been on tour a ton. Anytime I get to catch up with you, I've slept more on the road than my bed in the last 5 years,
100%.
right? That stays that way. But when that comes to writing a new album, that's got to be tough. You usually write hundreds of songs. How are you able to do that and be on the road at the same time? Or is this really a road record?
It's about half and half. So I did a lot of it at my house in Nashville, but the other half of these songs were written on the road because, truthfully, I'm just not in Nashville hardly ever. I'm there to like pack my bag and head back out on the road, but writing for this record was a lot different than what we did for Saying What I'm Thinking and Bell Bottom Country. Writing for this record, it was like we had to sit down and figure out, okay, what do I want to say that I haven't said? What part of me do I want to share with people that maybe I didn't even know I had until these 2 years? And I feel like I'm definitely sharing a side of me that maybe y'all didn't know I had.
Well, so when it comes to writing, whether you're writing, you're bringing people in to write, with this being half of a road record, does that mean you're bringing writers out to work with you on that?
For sure, yeah. We just kind of have to bring them out to wherever we are. But it's fun because it pulls you outside of Nashville. You're off of Music Row. You get to like look outside the window and get inspired by different things and different places, different types of people. Keeps you on your toes.
Songs, how many of y'all feel like music is therapeutic, right? I'd imagine the songwriting process is just as therapeutic. Tell us about some of the songs on this album and maybe how they helped you through where you're at now.
There's one in particular called Middle of It. And I didn't think anybody would hear that song. I remember my friends came over to the house. I had been living in my house for 10 months and I still didn't have furniture because I was never there. I was like, I don't need furniture. So I remember sitting down on the hardwood floor and my friends, the Heart Wranglers, they were like, Lainey, how are you feeling? Where's your head? How's your heart? And my daddy was sick at the time too. And I just remember telling them, I feel like I'm smack dab in the middle of it. I feel like I'm having a hard time, like really zooming out and figuring out where I started and where I'm going to end up. But the more we talked about it, the more I realized that that's really the beauty of it all.
When it comes to the music, you're phenomenal at writing songs. Obviously, we love seeing her perform live here in LA tonight.
Thank y'all so much for being here.
But you probably weren't always great at writing songs. Take us back to your first song you ever wrote. How old were you, and do you remember it?
I remember it. I was 9 years old.
And it's next. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, no, honestly, it might be better than some of the stuff you're hearing nowadays. No, I'm playing. A little bit of everything for everybody, right? But it was called Lucky Me, and I remember it. Can we do a little bit?
Go for it.
It's going to cost you $20.
What do you got? Go for it.
Lucky me, I feel free, and I can't deny that he loves me, which I know that he does, so he is the one. Lucky me, oh, I said, oh, I'm the one for him, and he's the one for me, baby.
Wow, okay.
9 years old, Lainey, she was spitting it. 9 years old.
Listen, my name is Wayne D. She is Lainey Wilson. The album is Whirlwind. This is an iHeart Country album release party. Y'all ready for some more?